Hello, my karma babies. How are you today? Oh my goodness, I missed you guys. It's been a few days. And today I have with me a special guest. And we're going to be talking and we're going to answer some of the questions that you guys have been asking me all along. And you get to meet Grandpa Karma. Yes. Here's Grandpa Karma right here.
Hello.
He said hello. Well, guys, we're going to answer some of the questions that you guys have been asking. And we're going to just kind of get into it. In the meantime, we're going to be drinking our green juices. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be drinking our green juices and introducing Grandpa Karma to you. Now, if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button right down there and subscribe, okay? No questions asked. Just hit that button and subscribe. If you're my ride or die Karma babies, I love you so much as usual. So, I'm going to kind of ask Grandpa Karma questions and then I'm going to let Grandpa Karma answer, okay? Now, this is his very first video, so you guys better be nice to him. You know he cooks for Granny, so you better be nice. So, the first question is, how did we meet? Lean over this way a little bit so they can see you. There you go.
Well, it's been 50 years ago, so which time are you talking about?
We only met the first time. How did we meet?
The first time, the second time, the third time?
We didn't meet first time, second time, third. Yeah, we did.
Oh, you can meet somewhere.
There you go, guys. You see how Grandpa Karma is? You see how he is?
You can meet somewhere the second, third time.
Yeah, I guess every time
There's
you meet.
only one first time.
The only first time.
You
so
didn't
we're
say that. You didn't say that.
Guys.
Okay, go ahead.
Come on, guys. Help me here. Help me. Okay, so how did we meet the first time? I remember.
Yeah, all right. Tell me.
I do remember. you just want me to tell because you forgot. So you see these questions were not, we didn't have these questions ahead of time.
I gotta think of it. How did we meet?
How did we meet?
Give me a hint.
Give you a hint? Oh my goodness. Across the street from my high school.
Oh
yeah. oh yeah. Can you guys believe that? Can you believe? Now you see what I deal with on a daily? Okay, so.
Yeah, you had a little boyfriend lived in the same
Oh my
building.
goodness, I didn't know you were going to say
The same building that I lived in.
Oh, wait a minute. Cut.
You just have to be coming over there to see him. And
Oh, Lord have mercy. I did not tell me.
The rest is history.
You don't have to tell everything. We didn't say, I did not say tell him about that I had another boyfriend and all that kind of stuff. All I said was, how do we meet?
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness, I don't believe you. You are too much. Okay, so I was in high school. And Grandpa Karma was out of high school and he had an apartment. Yeah, he was not, you gotta come this way, baby. He was not, he's only 2 years older than I am. So, and sometimes it's not even 2 years depending on whatever. So, yeah, so Grandpa Karma, I met him there and we really basically really fell in love with each other. Grandpa Karma was, he was a protector for me and I wasn't with, I was with family but cousins. I was not living with my mother and father and he just showed me so much love and it was just, that it was just going to be the way that it was going to be. And we've been together now. How long have we been married?
50 years.
50 years going, 50 years we've been together, for 50 years. So, this is truly a love story. They say I'm a saint to put up with this guy. You guys don't know him. You just wait till you get to know him. You're going to be like, Granny, I love you, Granny. and you're gonna say you love Grandpa Karma too, because he makes all those wonderful meals for me. He is the best, amazing cook in the world, and he really captured me with his cooking.
Shut your mouth.
I remember the first meal that you made for me. You made in his little apartment, which was like a one room.
Oh,
It was, yeah, you tell on me, I'm gonna tell on you. You didn't have a kitchen, did you? I think you just had one room and maybe a little area to the side or something.
That's right.
And he made chicken for me. I think it was fried chicken, but it was so good, and I knew he loved to cook. So, you know, it was a done deal. You know, Grandpa loves to cook. He cooks for me. He takes good care of me. So that's how we met, and that's how we fell in love. So then, you know, a little bit down the line, we got our first little apartment. You want to tell about your first apartment? I got my first apartment. If you want to be like that, you want to tell what happened? Yeah, right.
I got locked out?
Yeah, he got locked out of his apartment, guys. That's how we wound up together, okay? So since he wanted to tell on me, I'm telling on him. Okay, so what had happened was, I got my first little apartment, and I only had like a one room also, and I didn't even have a bathroom in my apartment. My bathroom, I literally had to share with whoever lived down the hallway. Let me move this over a little bit more, guys. I want to make sure you get this guy over here, because there you go. I think that's even better. Yeah. So I had a one room apartment. I shared the bathroom with whoever lived down the hallway, and I didn't want to, just when I had left my home, I just wanted to have my own place, and I was so excited. I had this one little bedroom, and then Grandpa had his place, I had my place. We would see each other, back and forth and everything like that. And then one day,
But
then something happened. There was a knock on the door. There's Grandpa. He comes in and he says to me,
"Give me somewhere to stay." You say, "Excuse me?"
That was about the size of it, right? That was about the size of it.
I said, that old stupid landlord acting crazy. He put the lock on my door, talking about I didn't pay him no rent. What's wrong with these people up here in Chicago?
Yeah, Grandpa was from Mississippi, Greenville, Mississippi, and he didn't believe people would lock you out, right? So he was behind on his rent.
I was paying about a week. I was only 1 week.
You just was it just 1 week?
Yeah, I mean,
it probably wasn't much more than that. So he goes home one day, and there's a big old padlock on his door. Well, we've talked about this many times since then, and on a normal basis, what would you do? I mean, who locks you out like that?
Well,
Did you get a 5-day notice or anything?
Don't recall one.
This was 50 years ago, so yeah.
And during that time, the thing about it is, I had some nice clothes because I was working
He
every
did,
day.
yeah.
I had Stacy Adams shoes.
Listen at this, guys.
I had the Italian knit shirt, that sweater that was so famous back in those days.
That's right.
And I had a stereo. I was doing pretty good.
Grandpa Karma had all kinds of things.
But that's what happens when you don't understand. When you're young, you don't understand. You just can't lock somebody out of the apartment without a notice. But
they did. They did.
I mean, yeah, but you could have. You could have protested that some kind of way.
I need to turn the light on here.
Okay, you want to turn it off or what?
Say what?
You really can't just lock people out of their house without any notice of any kind. Tenants have rights too. But when you're young, you think you know everything. At 19 years old, you don't know your rights. You just got there from Mississippi. You thought they could do that,
So they had the padlock on the door, and guess what? He never ever went back.
My high school diploma was
my high school diploma was in there too. He never went back for anything. He just figured, well, they locked me out. They got to keep everything that he had accumulated. All of his clothes, his socks, his shoes, his underwear. When Grandpa and I got together, Grandpa had the clothes on his back and that was it. Knock, knock, knock. That was it. I'm here. And we've been together ever since. So, you know, in a way, I'm kind of glad that Grandpa Karma got locked out and that he didn't go back to get any of his things, because who knows what would have happened. You know, things happen in life for a reason. You know, you think it's bad at the time.
Just like the time you got thrown out too. You forgot to tell about that, right?
That's when I got my apartment.
That's when
I didn't tell them about it. I just skipped over it.
You act like you just walked out.
No, I didn't just walk out.
You know what happened with James Brown.
Yeah. Okay. So how I got my own apartment? What had happened was, you know, I was living with a relative. Like I said, I had moved from Mississippi, you know, to come to Chicago to go to school, and I was living with an aunt. And I was actually out of high school. No, I was out of high school then. I had graduated, but I had a job.
Yeah, you was working.
I was working, but I had never really dated before until I met Thomas, and you know, we started dating. So he wanted to take me to the South Side, to the Regal Theater, because James Brown was going to be there.
47th and South Park.
Oh my goodness, I was excited to go see that, but I had to work. It was on a Saturday. I had to work that Saturday, and afterwards we didn't have a car, so we got on the train station and went from the north side to the south side, a long train ride.
West side, south side.
South side, right? The Regal Theater. From the west side. That's right, from the west side. I hadn't moved to the north side yet, from the west side. And when we got there, guys, the line was impossible.
James Brown.
It was long line, and we knew that there was just no way.
James Brown. We kind of.
We knew.
I looked at that line. I said, "Hey, this don't make no sense. I like James Brown, but not this much to stand in line."
Yeah.
You can go by my house and listen to some music.
That's what we did. We went by his apartment that he still had at the time, and we were listening to music and, you know, relaxing and enjoying ourselves, and fell asleep. We fell asleep.
And so you go home.
I had never stayed out, and it wasn't even all night. I think it was 3 or 4 in the morning or something.
You heard the birds.
I could hear the birds going tweet, 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 tweet. When I woke up, I was like, "Oh, Tom, I hear the birds. It's like,
okay. Instead of me, you know, you being young, don't have no car. Okay, let me go warm up my car. I got to go out there and catch a bus.
We had to go catch a bus. So who knows, buses are not running like around the clock, you know, especially like 50 years ago. They're not running like around the clock. So we had to wait for a bus and all of that. And so when I go back to my aunt's apartment and I go my key, I'm going to try to ease in and sneak in.
How old were you then? About 17?
I was 18. I was 18. So I go to open the door, and guess what? There was a chain on. The chain was on there. There was no way of getting in there without waking up somebody.
Who goes there? Who goes there?
So she came and opened the door, and she was like, "Well, where have you been? You know, look at what time it is. Where have you been?"
Listen at this.
I said, "With Tommy." And what did she say?
You go back with Tommy.
You go back with Tommy. You're not going to be, you're out. You're gone. You're not going to be staying here and going out and stuff. So that was that Sunday morning, and I had to go to work that Sunday. So I went to work, and I got off at, you know, it was Sunday, so I think it was an early shift, 2 or 3 o'clock or something like that. And, you know, I'm so young and everything. Okay, I've been told to get out, and I knew that my time was getting up anyway from a while back. So I I went and I start walking around the neighborhood. I just walked around the neighborhood, and then I saw this big brown stone, and it had a for rent sign out in front of it. So I went in and talked with the lady, and that's how I got my first apartment. Well, my first room in her basement. $17.50 a week, I think it was.
And then that's when Desiree was born. We had to
Our
put
daughter, oldest daughter was born
place
there.
is so small, you had to put her. She slept in the dresser drawer right next to the bed.
Right next to the bed, and she couldn't sleep with us because the both of us were sleeping on a
bunk bed. That's like a bunk
twin bed. It was a twin bed. You know what size a twin bed is? So our first daughter was born there, and yes, she slept in a dresser drawer. And that's beside our bed, and that's where she was.
You know, when you're young, you can sleep on a little bed, two people like that. When you get old,
now we have a king size bed.
You get a king size. That's still not good enough to be
like move away.
And the little bed you talking about.
Oh my goodness.
You can scoop me out of the bed. I hit the floor. I'm sorry, no problem, baby. Because when you're young, you bounce right back up, you know. You do it now, you have to call the paramedics.
That's right. If I fall out of the bed now, it's going to be a big problem. So that's how Grandpa Karma and I met.
Oh, that's just the
beginning. And that's the beginning. And Grandpa Karma's going to come back again, and we're going to talk about some other things. And
nothing.
I also want to tell you, it's fun. See, I told you. It was like pulling teeth to get him and see how much fun he's having.
Being on video, sometimes I'm listening to you talk. I'm so used to hearing you talk, I forget we're on video. And I'm just staring across,
right.
I'm staring
he's
across
looking
the way.
out. He's looking outside.
We'll see how it looks.
And
if it looks good enough, we'll keep it up. Now we
we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it because and the thing about it is that Grandpa Karma, those are my karma babies, and they already love me. If they love me, they're gonna love you. So
I want to let these people be on this journey with us. I want to know how we started, where we are now, and we're going to keep going with the rest of our life.
Okay, we're going to start. Hey guys, did you hear that? So we started at the beginning, and they're not these people, they're our karma babies. You got to get used to calling them your karma babies.
My karma babies.
Because you're their Grandpa Karma, and you got to call them your karma babies.
So
that's what we're going to do. So we stopped at this part.
There's going to be some very interesting things.
Yeah, so we want you to stay tuned.
After 50 years, can you imagine?
Yeah, and we're going to go step by step, and we've had some really kind of interesting things that have happened to us in our lives, and to get us to the point where we are today. And we're going to share some wonderful meals with you guys, and we'll explain to you about a plant-based diet. And like I told you guys before, I will be eating other food and juicing and good healthy food and organic foods, and you can have chicken, organic chicken. You can have eggs, organic eggs. You can have all the good foods. So we'll talk about all of that. And Grandpa feel more comfortable with you guys.
And after everything's said and done, it's going to be up to you anyway. If you decide to eat a pork chop, you're going to eat one.
Exactly.
You decide not to, you're not. We just throwing it out there.
We're not
trying to change anybody's way of thinking. That's not what we're about. Only thing we're trying to do is give out some information, some good information. That's the only thing we're trying to do.
We're gonna share our journey.
And when you say that, I'm sorry. And when you say that, I'm talking about
Grandpa Karma's liking this guy.
I'm talking about information that makes sense to the average person. Mm-hmm. Not double talking like the politician. I'm talking about information that makes sense to the average person that they can understand. And that's what this is all about.
Yeah. One thing you guys are going to find out from Grandpa Karma is that he's very down to earth, and he's very honest in what he says and does. And some of the things that he will say may not be politically correct or may not be what you want to hear, but they're going to be things that he perceives exactly from his heart. So you're going to always know where you stand with him. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You're going to always know where you stand with him, and that's just going to be the way that it is. So
that's right.
Do you have anything to say we got to say goodbye because we've been on here long enough, Grandpa Karma.
What do the young kids say? Yeah, that's just the way I roll.
That's the way Grandpa rolls. So babies, listen, I've had a ball. all sharing my green juice with you. Grandpa has had his. Look at my green juice, Grandpa. That's really thick.
Yeah.
I might have to add a little something to this because it's really thick. So,
Yep.
but we've had a ball, guys. We love you. I can't wait to go on this journey with you. The next video, we're gonna eat something with you guys, because I know you guys are watching a lot of my videos when you're having your breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or snack, and you all love to eat with us. You're gonna really enjoy eating with Grandpa Karma and myself. So
it's the good stuff. A lot of people eating a lot of the bad stuff. A lot of people don't know anything about it. They don't have that information. Even though they've got that iPhone, they can get information off of there. But that might not be what they're interested in the iPhone for. They might want to hear music. But it's so much information out there. I just wish I had known earlier what I know now.
yeah.
So.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna say goodbye right now, guys. And like I said again, what do we always say at the end of our videos, guys?
Hi, yo, Silver. Wait. No.
No, we always say how others treat you is their karma. How you respond, my karma babies, is your karma. So, goodbye, and we'll see you in the next video. Wait, bye-bye, Grandpa.
Queen does it,
Bye-bye, guys. See you later.